Welcome to Enlightenment with Colby Hurd. Prepare yourself for some powerful information that will motivate, inspire, and uplift you. And now, your host, Colby Hurd.
Welcome back to Enlightenment. We're joined with our guest today, Phil Covington. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, how you doing?
Good to have you on the show with us today. Now,
Thanks
man, on the show today, we're dealing with how men handle stress, man. And all across the country, everywhere, man. A lot of people are stressed out. But today on the show, we're going to really deal with how men handle stress. Now, growing up in our homes and growing up as young men, little boys growing up and everything, I know you often heard people say men shouldn't cry or men don't cry.
Right, right.
And so today we want to really deal with this, man, because there's nothing wrong with men crying. Do you think there's anything wrong with men crying?
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with men crying and showing emotion.
Yeah.
It's just a big stereotype that we have in society right now. And we've had it for years.
Okay.
I've heard my grandfather
Right.
and from different people that I've grown up with, no, men don't cry.
Men don't cry.
You hear it on football fields and everything.
Phil, before we took that break, you were sharing with us how, men actually mask stress, man.
Right,
Let's talk
right.
about that.
Yeah, what I was saying is that they'll cover it up. And like I said, one way or the other, sometimes they're just a real quiet person, they stick to themselves, but, they cover it up, that way, or they laugh.
Okay.
They're laughing, they're joking all the time. And what I was talking about was depression also can come.
Okay, let's talk about it.
And just because a person's laughing doesn't mean that they're not depressed.
Stress is a silent killer. Stress is a silent killer. And so on the show today, this is what we really want to talk about, man, saying loosen up. Join the gym at the beginning of the year. Find your outlet. Get some fishing poles. Go bowling. Do some of these things to relieve that stress. Now, I want to talk a little bit about when you're growing up and you're single, because you shared that. When you're single, you have your own place and you managing things and everything, and then all of a sudden, this young, pretty thing just comes across your path and you fall in love. You fall in love, right? You meet this young lady, you fall in love, because we're talking about how men handle stress. You meet this young lady, you fall in love, you head over here as you get married. Now, not all young men, but most people that I've shared and talked with, they were not taught to that really the man really should be able to provide for the entire house. When he takes this wife on, when he takes this woman to be his wife, really, he is supposed to be able to provide for her without her income. Now, this may make a lot of you mad today, but he's supposed to.
Supposed to.
Not need her funds.
Supposed to.
Supposed to.
But society says not so.
Society says not so.
We're going to change this thing.
We should not live at the peak of our income. We should not live at the peak, meaning every dime that comes in, it takes every dime goes out of the door. We should only live at 65% of our income, not the peak. And so that allows us a little something to put to the side if the car breaks down, if something happens. And so, but these are things that we're going to have to teach our sons, and our daughters as they grow up, and other people, young people, gentlemen that are watching this show today, man, that can help lighten that stress level, man. Because again, we've said several times that stress is it's a silent killer, man.
True.
It really is. And so, you can walk around and it can make you unhealthy. It can make your blood pressure go up. All kinds of things happening in your body you don't know about. And another thing, man, how do you feel about brothers not going to the doctor? Not going and just getting checkups, man. That's how do you feel about that?
I don't think it's a good thing, but all men, we're all guilty of it. Nobody wants to hear bad news.
Baby, you need to go to the doctor. I ain't going to no doctor. I'm all right.
Yeah, you're all right. That's the way all us men do. There's no way we want to go to the doctor. We don't want pushing on us and sticking to us. Or, Men just don't like it.
Now, what I want you to do is go get yourself checked out. Go and get a physical. Check your body out. Find out where your blood pressure is, how it's operating. Get your heart checked out. Get a prostate exam. Do this for yourself, gentlemen, all right? Because it's very important. Stress is a silent killer. Now, you know, ladies all the time, they go and get a pedicure, get a manicure, they pamper themselves. But guys, come on, let's really be honest. The most that we normally do, we'll go to the barbershop, get a haircut, maybe go over to a sports bar, maybe just stop by the gym. So listen, what you need to do is find a group of guys, put it on the calendar, plan some time, put it up there, and stick to it. Don't just start doing this, but make time for yourself, find an outlet, and be about it and stick to it, all right? And you're gonna find out that this stress that you've been dealing with, you're gonna learn how to manage it better, you're gonna learn how to be a better communicator, and things are gonna begin to change in your life. Thank you so much for watching Enlightenment. We'll see you on next week. Have a great morning.
This has been Enlightenment with Colby Hurd. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, or if you have church or community news, email enlightenmentwithcolbyhurd@gmail.com. Until next week, be blessed.